Hello, guys. Am I here? Can you hear me? I was having a little trouble. Hear me? Hey. I was having a little trouble with my volume. So I was trying to get that fixed and figured out. So I hope you guys can hear me. I did have Doreen with me. She's dropped off. I don't know. We were having problems anyway. How are you guys? Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Hey, guys. I feel like, I don't know. My picture looks all woo woo. Could be me. Could be me. All right. I love it when I come on and you guys are here. That's my favorite. You guys, that's so much fun. You know how much fun that is? You know how much fun that is? So much fun. So happy to see you guys. I'm so happy to see you guys. All my favorites. Let's see. Lori, are you still here? Lori Pluskin, she did have a question. I'll put a little star to that and we can answer it if she is here. Uh Looking forward to it. Mel. Hi. Hello, Melena. I don't know that we're going to talk about MS or not. We'll just see what comes up. Every day's an MS day around here. So, hello, Mel. Hey, Jenny. Jenny, I'm glad that you made it. Happy to see you. Always happy to see you. I love it. I love seeing you guys come on. Donnie, hello, hello, hello. And Ken, yay, yay. So happy to see you guys. Mischief, you're here. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And I am so glad you're feeling more relaxed on. That's the thing, you guys, about around here, around here at Tiffany's place, is like, you know what? It's got to be just really relaxed and loving and kind. And I know that a lot of us come from the SPTV community, and then a lot of people come from my community, which is the autoimmune and health aspect community. And so, what I want to kind of make clear is as much as I support SPTV, and I truthfully do, I support SBTV and the learning and the education. And honestly, you guys, I shared on my Just Tiff Facebook page, I had shared a clip from this woman named Liz Ferris. And it's stories like hers that keep me delving into Scientology and willing to volunteer what I can or this or that. None of the other and Liz's story, for those of you guys that don't know, um, I know a lot of you do know, but some of you don't know that Liz was told that her dad passed away 19 years ago, that he had died 19 years ago. And then she finds out that he is still alive and he is still behind the walls of Scientology. And she is unable to see him. And a lot of that, I believe, was surrounded by the fact that she is gay. And it is not acceptable to be gay in the Scientology um, community, cult, whatever you guys call it. But anyway, those are the reasons that I am invested in SPTV. I want to make it real clear. Hey Whitney. Hey Whitney. Uh thank you, Don. The cult of Scientology. Um, But I want to just make it really clear that even though I know many of you from SPTV and we all have invested in our time and feelings into SPTV, whether you've been in the cult or not. Hey, Freezinu, how are you, hon? Good to see you. Good to see you. But as far as the politics of all of that, or the behind the scenes, or what happens in the chat, or who's doing this or that, or this or that, I cannot invest myself into that drama. I cannot invest myself into drama of a moderator gone wild, right? I cannot invest myself into who likes who and don't watch this and don't watch that and don't do this or that. um I am free to watch and feel and do all of the things however I naturally do. I'm not interested in anyone telling me how I should be. So when it comes to the crap that goes on at SPTV, and I think those of you guys that watch SPTV know what I'm talking about. I just am not invested. I'm not interested. Uh, Right. Yes. Thank you very much, Free Zenu. Yeah. Drama is for the Lifetime Network. And this is not the Lifetime Network. I mean, we like to talk about all kinds of shit, right? And I love that. But I don't want to get into that crap. I'm not invested in it. Things happen for reasons that I don't know. I don't need to know. I'm not going to know, and I'm not going to investigate. There's other places my energy can be spent. So I just want to like throw that out there for all of you guys that come from SPTV. I just want you to know that you know my opinions are mostly I don't have much opinions except for when it comes to the actual um, treatments, abuses, lies, all of all of it um, was Scientology. So I just wanted to make that clear to you guys. Sorry, thirsty. Because that's just the way it. And over here, I most certainly am willing to be part of the SPTV community when we talk about illness and things like that, or different things going on. And so I am most certainly welcome anybody from that community here. Of course, anyone is welcome here, no matter where you come from. But uh, we gonna keep it like real, real, real. Snake says he has a family in Scientology, and that's why he's there and he's invested. And, lots of people are invested for a lot of different reasons. And if I had family in Scientology, I most certainly would be more invested than I am now. But I just wanted to let you guys know that um, that's not our big thing. Oh, I found a straggler. Oh, nope, I lost her. As soon as she was in the backstage, guys, Doreen was in the backstage. As soon as I clicked to click her on, she disappeared. I told you guys we having technical difficulties. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Uh, let's see. Jenny Wong says she's having a good week, a busy week. Her eldest started at the police academy on Monday, all excited and nervous at the same time. And I don't blame you, sweetheart. It's such pride, right? But then you're also terrified. They gotta do their things. We have to let them do their things. I know my daughter's 26. You guys know. She's 26. Yeah, she's 26. And then now we have the grandbaby, and I'm like, oh, just somebody else for me to worry about. Worry about. There she is. Miss Doreen. Hello. Can we hear you? Hello.
I can't hear anybody. I can't hear anything.
You can't hear?
So I
Everybody
guess
can.
I'm gonna go.
Oh no. Oh, 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 oh. Well, we need Doreen to come back in the chat anyway. Uh, let's see. Uh, sure, her phone is having a hard time. Let's see. Yeah, that's great. That is great. Let's see. Very excited for you, Jenny Wong. Yes. You'll always have Jimmy dogs, Ken. You and Doreen always have Jimmy dogs. Although I don't know. I think she's given up, but that's okay. Miss Jessup, she got interested in the cult of Scientology after going clear and then Leah Remini and Mike Rinder's show. Yeah, very telling. Very, very telling. Very telling. Oh, hey, Joni. Joni's here. Hey, hey, honey. How you doing? Hey, Doreen. Bye, Doreen. Doreen. I know, right? Our my favorite chatters. Yeah, my favorite chatters too. My favorite chatters. I hope I think she's okay. I just think she's having phone problems. And like originally when she came on, she couldn't hear me. And so she was trying to figure it out and she still can't hear, which stinks because I'd love for her to be here. Let's see. Yes. I'm reading the chat. Sorry, guys. Well, okay. Dawn said, Dorian said she couldn't hear, but she answered you. She's really good at reading my lips, and actually, that's what was going on backstage before I just came live. I'm like, can you hear me? She's like, no, no, I can't hear anything at all. Snake, you've been, whoops. Snake said he's been on YouTube since 8 p.m. Well, it's 10:45. Yes. Uh, oh, yeah, it's a thankless job, that's for sure. Whitney's like, if I missed anybody, I didn't mean to. That's for sure. I really wanted Doreen to be here because I kind of wanted to talk about um no about caregivers, but we don't have to talk about that. Uh oh yeah, Mel's brother's been a sheriff's deputy for a long time. It is a thankless job and it's a scary job and mischief. Right? Do you ever sleep? Do you ever sleep? How's your guys' week been? How's everybody been feeling? I have been just kind of in the bird zone this week. Just kind of in a zone. Mischief is Bubbles. My dogs are getting uh yeah. Well, on Reese's channel, she was just talking about relationships and spousal relationships and stuff, and they're hard. It is hard to it is hard to be in a marriage. And Mischief, you've been married for like 40 years, right? It takes time to get balance. Yeah, Mischief says she slept until noon today. I had almost 6 hours. Yay, go girl, because that's a nice one. This whole week I have a bulging disc in my neck, and it has just been a pain in the butt. And then I finally found this combination of some this muscle relaxer that I take and gummies, and it seems to work well, and then occasionally some Tylenol. And but that mixture has kind of made me like uh let's see, 34 years Mischief's been married. Yeah, it takes time. And then you do kind of become like two halves. Uh yeah, Reese was shaving downstairs. The downtown. All right, Wit says she's had some high anxiety this week. This is a push through with blinders on week. Uh those are tough, honey. Those are tough weeks. And I'm proud of you for pushing through, because sometimes it's easy for us to freeze. And so I think it's great that you're just going, uh, you know, it's, and I know that that's hard. It's hard to keep going, isn't it, Mel? It is most certainly difficult to keep going. Yeah. Mel's been there. Yeah, thank you. For my neck, I'm going to for my neck, thank you, Frizinu. Um, for my neck, I'm going to have that steroidal, the cortisone shot into my neck, to see if that helps. Because it's just become so bad when I turn it. It's awful. Thank you though. And I am glad I found something that worked for me, but I also don't like being so you guys know I'm all down with the smoking and all that. And I'm fine with that, but I don't like to kind of be out of it. And I kind of feel like I've been really slow this week. Um, let's see. This one is tizanidine, Dawn, but it is not. Yeah, and I'm hoping with that the steroids will help because it's like uh, I've had it done in my lower back, and it's just so weird. Have any of you guys have had any of those like ablations in your back, the epidural steroidal injections, any of those things, even in your knees or arms or elbows? I'm curious if you guys have had those. I'm really hoping with that the steroids gonna help because nobody wants to do these things, right? Like there's shitty things that it's like, here's your option. Let's stick a giant needle in your neck and you feel it going in there. I mean, it's not painful, right? It's not necessarily, all right, what? It's not, oh yeah, look at you guys know exactly know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The steroids too will help. Yeah, I'm hoping you guys, because it's like, this is the offer that okay, this is what we can do, so we're gonna do it. And yeah, yeah. um and yes, Dawn, I have sorry about that. Yes, I have, um but it's not fixing the problem. So we're kind of at the point where we got to fix the problem. 7 herniated discs, Snake. Where? That must be so painful. And Wit says she's had them in her lower back and also in the knee. How was the one in the knee, Whitney? Ugh. Yes. Yeah, Dawn, we've tried some different things, and it's just now it's time we got to do the next thing because it's just become a pain in the patoot. And, it's like adding one thing on top of the other, right? So it's like I'd like to get it fixed by Christmas, and then maybe I can look around at everybody and, not have so much discomfort because it's really weird in the neck. It is really weird in the neck. So, what do you guys have planned for the weekend? I'll tell you. And you guys can ask me any question. Remember, I had, you can ask me anything you want if you want. 3 in the neck and 7 in the lower back. Snake, that's so painful. Oof. Have you done anything? Have you had any surgeries or anything, Ken? Okay. 4 in the neck. That's the thing. The neck thing is what's really getting to me. The back thing too. I ended up having to have back surgery because I was like bent over, and I'm like, I can't be bent over. And so I did it. But I don't want to do it again. I'll tell you that much. Whitney says, I swore out loud. They had to holding me. Yeah, it was embarrassing, to be honest. Something like, you motherfucker, right? Yeah, it goes in where it's not supposed to. And you can feel it in there. Like they do put like a numbing agent, kind of on the tip as it goes in there. And so that's kind of helpful. But when something's in there, like nothing ever goes in there. You're like, hey, you're not supposed to be in there. Yeah, and Frizino's 100% right. No need to be embarrassed because pain is pain, and that is truth, babe. Heck yeah. I mean, I know they do it every day, but I don't do it every day, and that's what I tell them. That's what I tell them all the time. Let's see, I was pulling up messages. Let's see. She says she has 4 arthritis and osteoporosis and fibromyalgia. Doesn't help me either. My hubby was supposed to go in for surgery on his back next week, but they canceled it for the second time. Yeah, I know you said they keep putting it out. And all those things, arthritis, I have osteoporosis and osteoarthritis of the spine. So it's almost like the the always the crumbling tower, right? Um, Fibromyalgia. No, none of those things, all of those things together make a day very heavy. And especially when you have extra things. That's when I talk about the backpack, you guys. Um, and you have a pinched nerve in your neck. Ugh, how painful. That's the thing. Like the neck pain really is. Uh, yeah, look at Joni. She's gonna swear like a motherfucker. Um, yeah. And see, Snake says, I will not have surgery unless I really can't take it. And that's how I felt. I really truthfully did. And I was trying so hard, and I did the epidural shots. I did all the different, like, stick the needle in, feel around. But also, I have multiple sclerosis. And this is something that I've expressed to my current doctor that when we're going to do this guy is, when they go in to do some ablations, they stick the needle in, and they're like, can you feel this? How about here? Can you feel it here? Can you feel it there? Well, multiple sclerosis. My nerves are liars. They're just liars. You can't trust them. I don't trust them. You can't trust them. Don't ask me where the fuck I feel it because I don't know if I'm feeling it or not feeling it. It's just to me that was insanity. And that's when I had enough with that situation. I'm like, listen, I'm not a pincushion. And I can't tell you. Yeah, I'm right with you, Snake. It was I was for my back surgery. I had I was so bent over, and it did change that, but then it left a lot of nerve damage, right? Left a lot of nerve damage in my leg. And so let's see. Freezing said, my mom has that very painful. Hope you found things to help you deal with it. Snake. It's terrible. The the pinched nerves, the neck and back pain. Yeah. See, look here. Witness says, "Yep, you can't trust them. You can't trust them. Don't listen to me. I don't know." Let's see. Mitch just says, "I know. I'm fighting against using opiates and trying glucosamine and cod liver oil. I do use paracetamol, paracetamol and ibuprofen." Well, if those things can help you, I don't use any opiates, and that's okay with me. Although I think that there sometimes is a time for like the breakthrough pain. That's one thing that is a little bit frustrating is when you're living through pain all the time, right? You guys are, uncomfortable, have pain, whatever the case may be. And you don't, now you have something extra, something more going on. And nobody's offering you anything more to help with this different thing. You go home with the same stuff you had when you went in, and that's not helping. So I'm not necessarily saying I'm a fan of opiates. Because I'm not a fan of like daily opiate use unless you need it. I've known people that truthfully need it all day long and it helps them live a better life. And that's wonderful. Um, I don't want to get there yet. Um, but there are times where something different would be okay, right? John says she swears too, but mostly I've been a good girl all my life. Others are naughty mouthed, but I'm a holy one. Hold on. I just can feel you saying that. So not the truth. Okay. Yeah, medical marijuana. And the thing about medical marijuana that I have found for me is there are different options. There are as far as like there's gummies, there's capsules, there's tincture. You can cook with it. You can buy butter, you can buy oil, you can buy honey. They have soft drinks. They have drink flavor, just the same as like Mio. They have this that has THC in it. They have flour, they have wax, they have all different kinds of options. So that is generally where I try to stay, is within the medical marijuana world. Um, let's see. I like this having a little chat with you guys. I hope that's okay. I don't really have a topic. I mean, I can always have a topic. Most of my tests put me down so long. Yes. And that's the thing, honey. But also, Whitney, I want you to know that you've met some friends tonight in here right now in this chat that go through the exact same things that you do. And you're not alone, honey. And you know what? Once we make friends, we are friends. I am in your pocket. If you're having a hard time, if you want to just vent, send me a crazy email that says, Tiffany, this is just for your eyes only. I feel like bullshit today. Don't It's okay. It's okay. We are allowed to have our feelings. Hey, Tomas. What's up, brother? I love Tomas. I don't swear. It's just fucking disgusting. It's so trashy, right? Sounds so uneducated. No, fuck that. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Ah, I have Sjogren's syndrome. People are like, is your mouth or your eyes dry? They just don't get the craziness movement of symptoms damage done without knowing. That is very, very true, Whitney. I also have Sjogren's, which is, and Sjogren's is its own beast. And it's very tricky. It is very tricky with your mouth, your eyes, your throat, the whole situation. The whole thing is dry or dry. Yeah, it's terrible, and swallowing is difficult. I actually just had um I I just because I was having such a difficult time swallowing. And I just recently, a few months ago, I had scarring in the top of my esophagus. So it created a ring. And we went in and they went in and they dilated that ring. They pushed it. They like stick a little balloon in there and they open it up. And it opened up my throat. It made swallowing anyway much easier. Now the other thing with that I do know is my left side of my tongue is stronger than the right side of my tongue. So that also causes problems with swallowing and things like that. So let me see what she said down here. Getting to where I cannot take any oral meds and canna for all pain. Uh yeah, it does get difficult and it it does get difficult, sweetheart, but definitely we can talk about it because it has been a difficult thing. I have lesions on my tongue. Um, I get sores inside my mouth. My eyes do their own thing. Sometimes they look like a big bulb. But yeah, yeah, we can talk about it. And mischief is exactly right. Um, Yeah, this is one thing that's sweet, right? Very sweet, uh, for Xenu to say. And this is something I want to work on in here, you guys, because it is so kind of people to say, I'm sorry, right? It really truthfully is. But around here at Tiffany's, it's life. It's just our life. And there's it is nice for you to be sorry, but also there is no need to be sorry. You know, we are amazing, amazing fighters in this group, and the things that we carry every day um, with us, plus the extra things that go in the backpack because it gets heavy. So I want to try to change the narrative if we can to from I'm sorry to I'm proud of you. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? Is that a bunch of bullshit I'm saying? I mean, really. I'm just curious. I'm just curious of thoughts. Yeah, Joni says, I'm sorry that you guys are dealing yeah, right? Is I know it is. Right. And Dawn says saying I'm sorry is also a way of saying I feel for you. And that's very true. That's very true. And I like it. Uh but and I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm sorry. I'm 100% I'm sorry. But I just thought maybe we could try to change the narrative here a little bit in into you know, I'm proud of you, or way to go, or I'm sorry it's been a tough week. It's not that I don't say I'm sorry. And Joni, you have your own yeah, Frizino, I know that 100%. And I don't mean to um pick you out by any means. It just gave me the opportunity to let's try to do it a little differently. What do you guys think? I'm proud of you. We're all allowed to have crap days, crap times, so, I'm sorry it's a tough day. Uh what is Thomas saying? It's not BS. It's all a matter of personal choice and human behavior. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, I know, Tomas. I know. I know. And that's the thing. It's just if you regulars, let's start trying to say, I'm proud of each other. Because knowing what we care, what we carry every day, and it's not something that is going to go away, right? It's not something that it's a little bit of a roller coaster, and and so it's almost like this is something we do every day. And yeah, we're gonna bitch about it. I think bitching about it is most certainly important. Um, but also it's also being proud that we made it through the day. And yeah, like I feel for Mischief, you're right. It's like I feel for you. Almost sounds the same as I'm sorry, but it's more empathetic. Yeah. There's just no need to be for me personally anyway. When I say, "Hi, I'm Tiffany," I have MS and lupus and Sjogren's and I mean, we could go down the list, but right away people say, "I'm sorry." And there's no reason to be sorry. This is just my life. And in all honesty, getting MS has given me a totally different outlook on life, first of all. And it's also given me the ability to meet some really amazing, truthfully caring and giving people. And so it would be tough to say if I'm sorry that I have it. I don't know. Is that crazy? Is that crazy, guys? Yeah, you start to you look at things that are really important, things that some nonsense just isn't important. It's just not worth my time. It's not worth my energy. I have to save my energy for what I got to do or want to do or think, all those kinds of things. So, you know, uh, Mischief says, that's sad to hear, but it's nice to hear also. And it's the truth. It's the truth. It is the truth. And what says, no, not crazy at all. And I think so. I think so, guys. So, on a different note, do we have a different note? Do we have a different note? Yeah, we can get through these days together, and it's a good thing. And it's a great thing to have a place to go to check out and feel like, you're at home and you're cozy and you're welcome. even on bad days. So, yeah, let's see what Jenny said. It's all a mindset thing. Being positive is amazing. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Jenny. And that's the thing. I'm proud of all of you guys for the thing that you is that you the things that you do every day. In the community that I've met most of you in is very loving, very caring, um, and for a good cause. So I like that. The key of D is your favorite note. Frizino, you play an instrument? D. Like that? D. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Right? You guys are so silly. And I've so enjoyed talking tonight. And play drums, but love the guitar. I know, right? I My dad was very musical and he played almost any instrument. Although the trumpet was his main thing, but I loved it when he used to have a band in the basement when I was a kid and they would play all the Rush. He played the drums and the guitar. It was so much fun. All right, Mischief has a question. Can you or anyone recommend any pain medication that is not habit forming that is available in the UK? Well, that is difficult question for me because I do not live in the UK. However, I do have friends that have multiple sclerosis and do live in the UK. There that may be something that I can ask around about, and we can see what some suggestions might be that you could talk to your doctor about. Sure, I sure can do that, and I will. But I don't know off. And even in the United States, I mean, really, what we're offered is what we get, and not much that I take is habit forming. Now, I do take a benzo, which is in the same family as Valium, but it's a longer acting one. Is so That's probably the only medication I take that is habit forming, and probably by this time, I would need to have a plan to come off of it, and maybe also my antidepressant. But those are things in the life that I live. Yep, Snake. And the life that I live is those things are some of those things are going to be lifelong things. My antidepressant is going to be a lifelong thing. Some of my it is very addicting. Yeah, yes, Dawn. That's what I was just saying. I've been on it for many years. And it is something that helps in different ways. It also um uh, well, um yeah, Snake says it is, but I've been on it for a while. And that's the thing, is I've been on it for quite a while at this point in time. I don't abuse it. I take it the two times it's prescribed, and we've been going along just fine. And it does seem to help some of my inner spasticity as well. So, yeah, I do take that, and that's something that I'm going to probably take for a long time. Okay, and then Mischief asks about, I don't hear much about fentanyl here. What is it, and why is it so dangerous? Is it habit forming? Um, We could go on a whole thing about fentanyl. I don't really know. Let me see if I can. Fentanyl is very habit forming and it is very deadly. I unfortunately, no, this is not what I want. It is uh, very habit forming, and it is used to as a pain medication. It's used in hospitals as pain medication, and it only takes like take a take a thing of pepper, shaker of pepper. One little flake of pepper is enough to kill someone. So we can do a research on fentanyl, and it is highly sought after here. I do know addicts that are addicted to other things such as heroin, where they are when they get their stuff, they're looking for the little flecks of fentanyl in it, um, because that means it's stronger. And so, unfortunately, when addicts find out that something is good and strong, that's exactly where they will go to get it. And unfortunately, there will be mass deaths due to the overdoses. And that's my city or my state is probably third on the list of drug problems. The opioid epidemic. That's the words. The words. Yeah, very addicting. Uh, right. I kind of feel the same as Freezinu, although I did comment. But I only know a few minimal bad things about it, but not enough to comment confidently on it. I have read articles. I don't have anything. Maybe I can find something and throw it in the link below. But where police officers have done a bust and they've been exposed to the fentanyl and they all end up going to the hospital for fentanyl overdoses. It's very, 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 very dangerous. So let's see what Wit says. In my opinion, fentanyl is used for surgical stuff on the street can be deadly and concentrated. 100%. 100%. It's used for surgical things. They have They do have a patch, I believe, for like chronic pain, maybe even cancer patients, like extreme. But that is, it's it's not what you're doing on the street. Forget that then. I wonder how long it will be before our kids are overdosing on that. It's very dangerous. And I have had friends that have lost their children just in a matter of a second. I mean, it's very scary. Uh, yeah, and that's the perfect place that they would use it, Snake. I was given fentanyl when I had my stent put in. And oh, where'd you have your stent put in? But yeah, they'll use it during those times, the colonoscopy, anytime. But they're also monitoring everything, anytime they want to knock you out, a little cocktail. Sure, it might be in there, and that's the appropriate place for it. Um, Jenny Wong. I love this little group. I'm so happy I found you all. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're loving it, Jenny. Yes, I'm loving it too. I'm loving it too. Yeah, and when he says she's seen body cams of the police getting accidental overdose on fentanyl. And it's terrible. It's terribly dangerous. And, it's getting mixed into street marijuana as well. And so, and I think that's just pure total mess, right? Where it's fentanyl's over here, weed's over here, this over here, this over here, and we just mixing it up and giving to whoever. And so now people that are buying street weed will maybe get a little fentanyl in their weed and unfortunately die. And so we got to be real careful about that kind of stuff. It's a fucking tragedy. And I'm also going to say, um, yeah, Tomas, like a Twilight, right? It's part of the Twilight cocktail. Uh, let's see. And Dawn says she was on a fentanyl patch for over a year. Yeah. And it is. It's for people with severe pain management needs. And I hate that it's being abused, right? Because as it's being abused, then those type of things become less available to the people who need them, which is another problem in itself. And that's another thing we can talk about on a different day because chronic pain patients really are suffering because of the opioid epidemic. Let's see. I was in the emergency room once and they gave me Demerol. Now, that is something I could see becoming addicted to. Demerol, sure. It's another IV pain medication. I think it is shorter acting. Don't listen or believe anything I say, you guys. I don't know shit about nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm just saying I think. I think it's a little bit shorter acting. And yeah, any of those meds, when you go into the emergency room and you're in like a lot of pain, um, and they give you Demerol, whatever it is that they give you a nice something, then you're like, "Woo, yeah, I could see being addicted to all of that." I've told people before, when we've had conversations about addiction or alcoholism or different things that topics that, we'll talk about it again. And but conversations I've had, it's like I've said plenty of times, sure, I would love to be an alcoholic. I would love to be a drug addict. Have not a care in the world. But I can't. I can't do that. I have to stay present in my life. That's a choice that I have made. But yes, there are lots of things that I could see becoming addicted to, just like Fresino says, absolutely. Oh my god, and weed too. It's frightening. Yes. Yes, we are. Yeah. No, weed is not physically addicting. It's generally more of a mental addiction. Um, Although I know some people that when they don't get their weed get kind of cranky. I could be one of them. I don't know. But um, no, it's not addicting. I've been using weed for years and for I started using marijuana every day for my MS symptoms uh about 10 years ago. And I started off with just little tiny during certain events or certain things. I would use a little bit of marijuana, and it started to help me. Um, it seemed to like slow my my system down a little bit. I could feel cool air. I could hang a little bit longer than I had previously. So it has definitely helped me. But I have also stopped. Fent laced weed, right? Mischief, yes. Yeah. And yeah, so you got to be very, very careful. Um, I keep my ganja card good because for one, I've learned a lot from the dispensary, and I think this is a conversation that Simon would like to have, and I would like to have with him as well, about being able to learn so much, having the dispensary as opposed to the corner guy that gives you a piece of the brick and sends you on your way. So there's that. Yeah, perfect, Freezino. He says he smoked it all day, every day for over 18 years and a lot of it. He decided to quit and did. Bam, done. I had problems figuring out what to do with myself, but I never had an urge. That's excellent. You know, one of the things that I say about people when they ask me if, sometimes MSers in particular, if they're traveling, and they're used to smoking weed, right? Well, you can't necessarily fly with what you're used to having. And so a lot of times people will ask me, am I going to have withdrawals? Now, I'm no professional. Again, I'm no professional. I just have opinions and thoughts and things like that. Always ask your doctor, everything. But what my personal opinions on that are, you're not going to feel withdrawal from the cannabis, but you may feel the pains or different things that the cannabis helps mask, or helps take care of. And so that's something to always keep in mind. Okay. Let's see. Mischief says cannabis has many health benefits, and I know it isn't physically addictive. Not so beneficial if you smoke it, but it's much less harmful than nicotine. That is true, and I do smoke both. And actually, in my state, it is not legal to fire it up. We are called a non-combustible state where they sell everything, but you have to vape it in some form. So I have different vaping devices that can vape flower. I will get those and show you guys. Um, yeah. Uh, so we're not supposed to fire it up. I do. Don't tell anyone. I do, but we truthfully, they don't want us to. They want us to use the vape pens uh, with the oil, or they want us to use a vape pen that the flower can go into, and then you can vape that. And then they also have a vape pen and a bong type of thing for wax. So, yeah, they don't want us to smoke it. Let's see what Witness is saying here. What are you saying, Whitney? 10 millimeters, micrometers. I recommend finding the terpenes you like or need. 10 millimeters. Uh, I recommend finding the terpenes you like and that work best for you. And I agree with that. And I also agree with like starting super, super slow. If that's something, if you are interested in any kind of like cannabis help, which it is something that, it's helped the opioid epidemic in my state, they say, so, but cannabis has become the other option. And so that's what we're using. Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Mischief. Just as mischievous as you. Let's see. I was self-medicating and didn't know it. Self-medicating has its drawbacks, and I began to like being high all the time. I miss it sometimes, but don't others. And that's wonderful that you could recognize that and you could take control of that. Oh, 10 millimeter bong cup. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Yes. What's the big deal in smoking it? Well, they just, it's worse for your lungs and all that stuff. And, it's not any good for you to smoke, but, people make their own decisions, right? That's so funny. You guys, in the little corner picture, that I've put on my videos. It's it is my little bong. If you guys ever notice in the little square, you can put your little tag. It's my little bong. I just had to find something. Joni says, got to have the bong. I would love to have a smoke session. Yeah, good for you, Mischief. I would only smoke at night. As a recovering alcoholic, I need to be in control in waking hours. And that is the thing. Most of my medicating. Now, my life is really situated so that I can live it to be comfortable. I have a wonderful husband, and he makes sure that I can just do what I want to do and be comfortable and take care of myself. But I do, just like you say, Mischief, it is important to me to feel alert and alive when uh, during the hours I need to be that way. Psychologists are from. Oh, I must have listened to that lecture. Yeah, my little water bong. I have a little water bong. Here's my little water bong. Look, it's even ready to go. Even ready to go. Yeah, I like this little one. I have a big giant one. It's up there, and I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle it anymore. I can't. Jenny's laying on her bed on her heating pad. Yeah, heat is a wonderful. It's wonderful for it's wonderful for pain, I think. I think. You guys are so much fun. Well, my dear friends, I've been here an hour with you. Look, you're having such a good conversation. I love it. Joni, is the new eating pad feeling good? His little bong was it? Well, that's my little guy here. He's my daily. I guess. I switch off and on. It's hard for me to smoke weed all the time anymore. That's why. Oh, good, Joni. That's why I've kind of been leaning towards the gummies. So it's been but finding the balance of the gummies and which kind and when and all that, it's oh, Joni, you got the blanket heaty. I love it. Yes, I know, Mischief. That was the exciting thing when I came to the UK. I was legally allowed to drink, and I didn't stop. But um, alcohol, on the whole, is really dangerous. It's a dangerous thing. Um, it's easily accessible. We can get it cheap. Uh, you know, and it is perfect for self-medicating, unfortunately. And yeah, Freezino says exactly. You forgot mic drop. Yeah. Well, and that's another thing that I've noticed is like European kids drink earlier. It's more acceptable to drink earlier. Yeah, available every street corner, grocery stores here. I mean, it's available everywhere. The freaking gas station's got something, and I imagine it would be extremely difficult, and I'm very proud of you. Uh, for staying strong, sweetheart, because it's fucking in your face everywhere, and I'm proud of you for being able to turn away. I know it's hard. Oh my God, Joni's so excited. She's health cigarettes are available everywhere. Yes, they are. Although I think that's going to become less and less. People are going to the e-cigarettes now. Everybody's smoking the little pods, the little e-cigarettes. So, well, go mischief, 24 years strong. Go, girl, go. Keep on going, honey. You doing it. You doing it. I love it. I love it. Joni's doing good with her smoking. That's the thing. It's the things that we're trying to quit are in our face. Even eating, right? Eating disorders or trying to watch your watching your food. We still have to eat. It's in our face. It's in our face. What it says, yeah, keep on keeping on. That's right. And yeah, they probably will make cigarettes illegal soon. I mean, you can't hardly smoke anywhere, you know. You're so funny, miss. You're so funny. All right, guys. Well, we've been just a little over an hour, but I am pooped and on the meds. I've had a great conversation with you guys tonight, and we will do another one um, maybe tomorrow night. We'll see what we can get going. How's that sound with everybody? Tomorrow or yeah, tomorrow or Sunday. So everybody have a great night. I love you guys all to pieces. I'm so thankful that you guys came and hung out. Please hit the like button. It makes me feel good about myself. And I hope you guys like it. As always, I love you guys. And make good choices, all right? Make good choices. Night, guys.